Dear friend across the world, good evening. How are you doing? I hope your day was great. As usual, we are in family teachings which are prepared by Jean de Dieu Hezikim and who teach you them. Previous days we have seen most of other topics and I hope that it impacted your life, especially at your homes. Yesterday, I told about Abraham and Sarah's life, where we had to learn from them so as to improve our life, especially at our homes. Uh, we have seen about how Abraham and Sarah was brave. Their braveness made them to overcome all the most of the setbacks they faced, where they could wait until they have a child as their God had promised them that uh, he would give them a child from Sarah, even if they were grown up, where Abraham was 100 years old, while Sarah was in her 90s. We have seen also what about the children who were cast out from their families and they were forbidden to be inherited in their father's house, and such girl who was cast out in the open field by her own mother. We have seen the eclipse which can arise into someone's life. We have seen how to help someone who lived in darkness or eclipse. We have seen also the reason why someone can engage to get married, and so on. Tonight, we are going to see another new topic, but includes the theme whose name, my role in family. My role in family. It is a theme in which we deal with most of ideas so as to know how we have to stand in struggles of the life, how to find out solutions of such problems we can face, how to live with others, how to improve the lives of our families so as to be unity, peace, and joy, as it is the only benefit we can harvest or can gain from this life according to what we deal with day by day. Tonight, we are going to kick start with the topics, which is now that your sun is shining. Now that your sun is shining. I think without doubt that everybody knows the importance of sun. When the sun rises, them who were hopeless regain new hope. When the night comes and someone was dealing with hard works, hard issues, and went to sleep during that night, and happily, when the sun come back, when the sun rises, that girl regain new hope that the new day brings some blessings, some answers, even if what we expect is not what we see. But even if the life is contrasted like that, it is a contrast, right and dark, wrong and right, up and down, black and white. That's the life is. As in our life, we face most of the setbacks which make us weak or can weaken us. It's the same applies that when the sun rises again, our life restored. The sun plays great role into the life on this earth because without sun, crops cannot be. It means in the absence of sun, it means that the life on the earth gets long. So into our life also, we are going to compare sun with the new thought which can rise into our mind to change the way we think, to change the way we see things, the way we understand, the way we hear, the way we act, the way we take action, the way we live can change everything into our life, especially, and into our families, and the restoration comes our way so as to be happy. Also, we are going to take an example from the other people who had been on this earth before we live, before us. They had made families like we have today. They dealt with setbacks as we deal with them today. It's very important to learn from them so as to improve our lives, to get solutions of such problems we face, like poverty, conflicts at home, casting out children and their mothers, being heart rate, and so on. Now, the example on which we are going to base on is a story of a mother and her son named Hagar and Ishmael. I think most of the people who can watch this series will understand well because they read the Bible. The story of this mother and her son are written into the Bible in the book of Genesis, chapter, I think it's like 20, chapter 20. Tonight, I come to talk to Hagar and her son Ishmael, and particularly to them who are represented by Hagar and Ishmael. Tonight, I'm going to talk to you, to talk to Hagar and her son Ishmael as they represent other mothers and other sons who are dealing the same life as they had deal with it in their times. Here we can ask ourselves, who is Hagar? Who is Ishmael? Hagar, the representative of all mothers and young mothers which their husbands had cast out of their homes and or had broke relations due to different reasons without keeping on the great pain, great anguish that they can feel. Hagar represents all mothers, all young mothers, those whom their husband had cast out from their homes without keeping on the great sorrow, the great anguish they had feel, and they had break or broken relations by or due to different reasons. Hagar praised the Lord of representing these mothers because she faced this situation long ago when he had accepted to leave Egypt into her family, and she had gone to live with the foreigner man where she played a role of servant, and she was taken as Abraham's family's savior as she accepted to have birth to a child with Abraham, and thereafter the story ended up by casting her out with her son. According to the story of Hagar and Abraham, as I told you in the series before, Hagar accepted to leave her family, to leave her country, to live with a foreigner man, a foreigner husband, where he played the role of servant. He worked as servant. Afterward, they proposed her to have a birthday, a child, because the mother or the mother of that house, that was Abraham's Leo wife, was barren. He couldn't bear a child, and they expected that Hagar can save them in order to get a child. Hagar accepted it, and Abraham impregnated her, and they begot a son who is Ishmael. Afterward, Sarah, into her 90s, he came to have birth to Isaac. After bearing Isaac, she forced her husband Abraham to chase out the Hagar and her son, because he thought that Isaac and Ishmael could not be inherited together in Abraham's house. So Abraham decided to cast out Hagar and her son Ishmael, as it applies the same now in our days, where some ladies, some young mothers live with foreigner men. And at such time, those men go back to their countries and leave those mother in this country if it is about Rwandans. It can be, I say Rwandans because it's where I am today. I don't know where you watching me are, but it can happen everywhere around this world. After leaving this country to their nativity, they leave those mothers and their children. Here we can ask one question: how does a mother live after their husband or those men who impregnated them live with those children? Maybe the life can become harder because of different reasons. But I want you to think about those children and those young mothers especially, and another mothers who were just out from their own homes due to the conflicts arose between them and their husbands. I told you when I started that Hagar and Ishmael are the representatives of most of the children who are or were born in this way, and all the mothers around the world who live this life. Remember, the topic tonight is now that your sun is shining. It means the good times are coming your way. Restoration time is coming your way. Happiness time is coming your way. Unified time is coming your way. Greatness upon your life is coming your way. It's what I'm telling you, that your sun is shining. It's up to you to wake up. It's up to you to wake up and live as your sun is shining. Hagar also is representing all of the mothers that were impregnated by foreigner men and that they took responsibility to raise children alone because their fathers have already gone back their countries. Those mothers take responsibilities to raise those children because their fathers go back their countries. I think around you, you know such mothers, you know such children. But the question is this: what are you helping them? What are you saying unto them? If you see them, what do you think about them? Remember, there are people like you. It's the reason why they have not to be despised. They are not to be underestimated, because there are people like us, like others. There are children like others. There are mothers like others. Nobody on this world is greater than other because we were created equal. Everybody is created equal. It's the reason why humbly we have to think, we have to support them so as to improve the relations, peace bringing everywhere we are, fighting for the unity everywhere you can live, everywhere you can stand. whatever we do, it can result happiness or joy. That's why even if Hagar is not alive today, but you can stand into her feet today because you are a girl, you are a mother. You can stand into the feet of Ishmael, even if he is not alive today, but his history will remain because it is written. And that child, even if his father had cast out from his own father's house to strange countries, now he is mighty. His offsprings are greater in the history of the world even today. Hagar, her offspring became mighty even today. It's the reason why who are going shameful because of how they were born, because of what they faced, what they struggled with, according to the setbacks they face. I'm telling you tonight, now that your sun is shining, it is your time to shine. It is your time to live a new life. It is your time to change your mindset. We are in the movement of behavior changing. Don't want to be changed. Accept that change so as your sun shine or might shine into your life, so as to live the life of the light, so as to bring unity, peace, and joy everywhere we can be, everywhere you can reach, because only thing which can cause someone to be happy is to play his or her role to bring peace where she is and to abolish conflicts everywhere they can arise. Ishmael is the representative of all the children that were born of different parents and not had a chance to be raised by both parents, and some of them were chased away by their fathers because fathers forsook those children because of different reasons with which had occurred between parents, and those reasons had caused the children to live unhappily. Ishmael is the representative of all the children who were born of the different parents and they had not a chance to be raised by both parents because their fathers forsook them and chased them away because of different reasons which occurred between the parent, and those reasons caused the children to live unhappily. The good news to you is that God himself sets his eyes upon you and he opens his hands to support you. The good news is that God himself sets his eyes upon you and he opens his hands in order to support you. He has promised to work with you and to live together with you. His purpose upon you will not be misdirected, because what you were born is greater than where you were born and how you were born. God himself, your creator, Almighty Father, set his eyes upon you. He opens his hands to support you. He promised you to live with you, to walk with you, everywhere you shall be, everywhere you shall go, because what you were created for is greater than how you were born and how and what you were born and where you were born. It's the reason why tonight I'm telling you that your shine is now shining. Fear not. So be strong, keep move ahead, because God had known whatever happened into your past. Be strong and move ahead, because God himself knows what had happened into your life in the past time. He understands your present and he holds your future, and because he knows everything of our life, now that life is worth, and now I beseech you to wake up and to shine, because your light is coming. I beseech you to wake up and to shine, because your light is coming your way. Now, if you have similarities with this story, I beseech you, arise, and walk what you were created for. Fear not, God is with you, and all the things are possible as long as you serve with Almighty God. I beseech you, if you have some similarities with the story of Hagar and Ishmael, as I told you that Hagar and Ishmael are the representatives of single mothers and young mothers and mothers who were cast out from their homes by their husband, and the children who were born in different ways by different parents, where the mother can be the Rwandan, for example, and the third is American, and afterward the American go back to the native, to his native country, and the mother stay here. It means that the life change, because that mother start to raise that children alone. So if you have some similarities with this history, I beseech you, arise, and walk what you were created for. Fear not, God is with you, and other things are possible as long as you serve with Almighty God. Don't keep on your history of the past, because Now it is the new time that was provided for you. Don't keep on the history of yours again, I beseech you, because now it is the new time that was provided for you. How you were treated by your men which you have met does not matter. How you were treated by the men you met, it does not matter, because it is the new time. Your father had hated you. It doesn't matter yet. Don't keep on the history of yours again, because your sun is shining right now. It is your new time. It is new blessings come your way. It's the reason why I'm beseeching you to wake up and walk what you were created for, because what you were created for is greater than where you were born and how you were born, even those whom have birthed you. What you were created for are greater than all of those. Let your little light shine, let it shine, let it shine. Let your little light shine, let it shine, let it shine. People had abused you, but it is your time to reveal the glory of God upon your head. People had abused you most of the times, but it is your time to reveal the glory of God upon your head, because you were not born by the mistake to God. Even if people had complained about their blessings which were hidden into you, you were not born by mistake, accidentally. No, God had planned you. But people had complained about the blessings which are hidden into you. It is the reason why they had abused you. You were beaten, you were altercated, you were chased out, and so on. But remember, you are not accident. You are not by mistake. You are because of God's will, God's purpose. And your life is driven by the purpose of God upon your life. It's the reason why I'm telling you that you have to be proud without be fearing anything, because your sun now is shining. Hagar and Ishmael, it is not easy for most of the people to understand how hard is the life which you lived and live nowadays. But at least I try to understand you, and it is the reason why I take this time to talk to you. Hagar and Ishmael of today. It is very, very hard for the most people to understand how hard your life is, how you live, how hard you live nowadays. But at least I try to understand. That's why I come to talk to you tonight. I'm telling you the truth. Your sun is shine. Wake up and walk what you were created for, without keeping on the history. What had happened unto your life, yes, it was hurting you, but it had not killed you. It's the reason why your life is driven by the will of God, and that will of God is that makes your sun to shine today. You were depressed, you were anguished, you were autocrated, you were beaten, your rights were violated in different ways. You were cast out, you have struggled hardly, but you survived, and now you are strong, you are proud, and somehow you are somehow happy. So it is your time to restore your wins and to build the character which can be good example to many others by fighting for unity, peace, and joy everywhere you are, and everywhere you can be, in whatever you shall do, because it is in that way that your light will shine in the world. In the world. Even if your life pass through difficulties, you will not die. It's up to you to restore your ruins, to build the character which can make you able to fight for unity, to fight for peace, to fight for joy everywhere you can be, everywhere you can reach, because it is in that way you have to reveal what you were created for by writing your right through your works, through the way you live, and it is the role which you can or you have to play in this role so as to shine or to write it through your life, through whatever you do, by bringing peace, unity where, and joy where they were absent. So tonight our teaching was now that your sun is shining, now that your sun is lighting or shining, it means that your life changed different from how it was before, because nowadays you are going to live the life of the light, different from living the life of darkness, where you suffer hunger, where you are anguished, where you live unhappily. Now you are going to start socializing, to work with others, to work as team, to fight for the unity everywhere you are, to bring happiness everywhere you are, by your works, by your words, and so on. So I end up here, and I hope that you as Ishmael and you as Hagar, you come to understand how your life you can change it, so as to reveal, so as to reveal what God hides or had hidden into you. What was left only was to turn on your light, and now your sun is shining. It's up to you to wake up and try to take action on what God has set into your mind, like vision, like ambition, like love, like mercy, like kindness. All of those are the oil which can enlighten your light greatly. So even if your light is little, You can let it shine. Let it shine as it is. The world, all the world will see you are right. Thank you with abundant joy.